Perfect grade NZ666 Kshatriya. Repaired? What? What? Perfect grade? No, they could have made a perfect grade. But look. Oh, no, this is a 144 scale. A 144 scale perfect grade? No one makes that. Oh, no, it's a high grade. Sorry. Sorry to fool you folks. Maybe you're going to watch this video now. Perfect grade 144 scale Kshatriya Repaired. There is no such thing. But this is a high grade. I'll pan up. This box is so freaking huge that I can't get it into the shot. This is a high grade Universal Sentry 144 scale. And I am zoomed out all the way. Kshatriya Repaired. In 2009, Bandai made a 144 scale high grade Kshatriya. And this is the box. So today we are going to do an unboxing. I just received this about a week ago. Actually, no, a couple days ago. And I want to do this unboxing before I got into Master Grade Sazabi. This is a newer kit than Sazabi, even. This is a 2014, as you can see here. But once we look at this, you will see some similarities with some of the sprues, or some of the runners, I should say, compared to the old kit. So if you built the 2009 version of Kshatriya, and you've been wondering about this, or if you've just been seeing this in the store and you're like, man, that's $70, or you've seen it online and it's $60, and you're like, wow, I don't know if I should get that kit. Hopefully, this will put your mind at ease about this kit. Now, like I said, Prime 92 has done a overview of this kit, so I'm not going to, once I get it built, I'm just going to kind of give you my thoughts on it. I'm not going to really give you a detailed review of it because it's a Bandai kit. I'm going to love it. No matter how frustrating certain parts are going to be, it's a Bandai kit. Bandai kits are flawless. Now, this is going to be my first high grade that I've ever built. Okay? Oh, I shouldn't say that. I built a whole bunch of high grades back in the mid-90s. They're all the Wing. I built a Wing Zero custom. I built a Tallgeese custom. The 1/100 scale high grades. Okay, but I really don't count those. Now that this is going to be about that size by the time we're done, probably actually bigger. But if you notice the size of this box, it's pretty freaking huge. Now, I didn't pull out any other boxes for comparison, but let me tell you up front that this box is the same size as Master Grade New Gundam, or High New Gundam version Ka, version Katoki. So this is a pretty big box. So some of the things on the outside of the box, of course, you got the box art. Tells you what it's from. We'll see Gundam Unicorn. Your date there. You go to the side of the box. You get what it looks like. Now this is why it's so big. Not only you have binders, and by the way, you're going to have some parts in here that you're not going to use. You got extra parts, okay, from the 2009 version, and then you have these extra tanks. So this is from Gundam Unicorn, one of the last few episodes, and Kshatriya gets badly damaged a few episodes in, and what happens is they take the Kshatriya and they repair it. So you get a Unicorn Gatling cannon as a foot, you get this beam axe as a arm, and then the two binders on the back, which are busted off or whatever, if you haven't watched the series, by the way. And they put these guys on. So I'm not going to go too much detail about how this happens. It does give you some information here. It shows you the Kshatriya Repaired fighting the Unicorn Gundam Banshee. Okay, so it's fighting Banshee here. And Kshatriya is pretty formidable. But as you can see on the front, it doesn't have its fin funnels, and we'll see that when we open this up. Instead, it has rockets, which I think are pretty cool. So this kind of gives it a... You also get some information here. This is a 22.3 meter mobile suit. And you're like, well, wait a minute. 22. This is big compared to RX-78. And Unicorn Gundam's 19 meters tall, but wait a minute. This thing is a mobile suit no taller than New Gundam. New Gundam's 22 meters. And they made a master grade of that, so why can't they make a master grade of this? Well, as you can see, only half his height is to his head. The other half is everything else. So imagine New Gundam. Oh, let's see. New Gundam would be about as tall as this box here, if I can zoom out. So you got New Gundam, which would be well, a little bit shorter than this box, but about right to here on the top of this box. So 1/100 scale, he'd be 23 centimeters tall, 22 centimeters tall, so it'd be about here. So Kshatriya would be like up to here as a 1/100 scale. So imagine this guy is a perfect grade. There's no way. Perfect grade 1/60th scale, this guy would be to my light up there. It would be huge. So this guy's a sucker. I mean, I can't even, like I said, this box is the size of a master grade. And this costs about 70 bucks. So in fact, let's spin her around. You got some more looks. There's an action base. In fact, look what they did with the action base. If you notice, he is on, looks like almost a master grade action base. But we got a bunch of these bases, and we're going to put 2 of them together for this guy. Okay, so I think he can fit on 2 action bases. So once I build him, and these action bases that we built the other day, in one of the last videos, we're going to actually use one of these guys, a couple of them, and see how he holds Kshatriya. Okay, but this is what it looks like. So, and some of the actions of the repaired, the new missile. This is, oh, sorry, that's the new missile pods, which you didn't get before. You get this little kickstand for the for the thrusters and the tanks. But right here, you can see the price. This is 6,500 yen. If the yen is 100 to $1, this would be 65 bucks. Okay, but it's not. The yen's it's not. So this is about, yeah. Well, no. Right now it's about $65 because the yen has dropped. But when the yen goes up, this goes back up to about 70 bucks. So for if you go into a hobby store, a lot of the hobby stores, they paid about 70 bucks for them. So you see these for about $77, 80 bucks. So I'd recommend if you're going to get it, order it. You never have problems with Bandai shipping or getting them from companies of these being broken. So let's take a look inside. Well, first off, we got our manual. Push this off to the side a little bit. Take a look at the manual. Typical high-grade manual. Okay, except it's newer. It gives you a look at all the runners that we have. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 runners, folks. So this is a pretty big high grade. It's absurd. It's got a lot of inner frame parts on it. Pretty gigantozoid. This is kind of like the reimagined 1/100 scale, except down into a 1/44 scale version of the Nightingale. It has some inner frame parts. They're scaled down a little bit. Because this guy would be even bigger than Nightingale. In reality. Just in height. Now, size-wise, no, probably not. So I could see Bandai has been holding off making a master grade of the Kshatriya, and I think it's probably going to happen in a reimagined. I can really see them doing a reimagined, but you're talking about a lot of money. So, typical book. In the middle, of course, you get the information about them, the changes, everything that's changed in it. As you can see, the front portions here have changed a little bit. You can see the leg, the arm, and of course, the only weapons you get, of course, are the beam sabers and the beam axe, and of course, you got your missiles. Some more Gundam Unicorn information. Some more kits, high-grade kits, and there you go. That's the color kit. and you don't really have any stickers. You only got a couple stickers, which you will apply as you're doing the kit. But that's the book. Let's put the book off to the side here and get into pulling everything out. So, got my trusty knife here. And let me aim down here so we can actually see what we're doing. So the first runner, and this first bag we got here, as you can see, it's only a couple small runners. They're small, tiny. There's not much there on that runner. Why didn't they have big runners? Well, I'll show you. I haven't opened any of this, but I know about it. I've done a lot of research on it. I almost bought it as my first Gundam kit. It's a Master Grade F91, which was my first redoing of Gundam kits. I hadn't done Gundam kits in years and years and years. So I bought an F91 Master Grade. I almost bought this guy instead because I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's like the biggest high grade I've ever seen. Okay, so these are new parts. So a lot of these small sprues are going to be the new parts. As you can see, this is high grade Universal Century 144th. If you look on the back, the date is 2014. Bandai made in Japan. So this part here is the underside. This is the new underside for the two binders. And the reason you have two of them, you don't have four of them because you don't have four binders. You only got two binders. And you can notice right here, this is where the arm is going to clip into for that extending arm. And then right here, you no longer, and I'll show you the old sprues, you'll see those, but you no longer have the parts for the funnels. So instead, this piece pops over here, or this piece pops on the top. This piece here is going to go on the new binder, and the new binder actually opens up, and these are actually missile pods. So these are actually pod covers. It's missile covers, whatever you want to call it. And the nice thing is you actually have detail on the inside because this binder opens up. So you got a little bit of detail on the inside there. Not a whole lot, but some. Okay, so these are for two new sprues there. We're going to keep those to the side because I want to show you the old one. So this is the old one. This bag here. Oh, by the way, you have this new piece here. This is for the face. It's a clear part. So that's a new piece. Before, this is the visor. It's a new visor they put on, which I think is pretty cool. You get a new part there. Open this guy up. As always, I'm always going to be careful about the bags. Now you got Kshatriya's beam effect parts, which are about the size of Master Grades. I mean, in fact, he's a pretty big mobile suit. So, or the real grades. You see the real grades, they got these big gigantoid things. I think these are the old ones. So these are 2006 actually. So these are from quite a bit older, but why you need new ones? That's usually old stuff. Now this one is going to say 2008, I believe. Or no, sorry, 2009. 2009. I got my years mixed up. Back in 2009, this was manufactured. This is the original Kshatriya runner. So some of these parts are going to be the same. You got runners for the feet, or parts for the feet, the legs, and I believe they only gave you one because you're going to only need it for one complete. And then these you're not going to use. Now, could you go out and buy original Kshatriya? I thought about kit bashing this guy and making a regular Kshatriya that has a new binder that uses the new style binder. It has the missile pods in the top, and then it uses the fin funnels in the bottom, and kind of making a super Kshatriya that's not a repaired. Thought about doing that. Because the Kshatriya, the original Kshatriya is only about $45. Not a bad price, so you can get one, and you could probably kit bash the two together and make that. But the problem is you only get 2 of these missile ones, so you'd actually have to buy 2 Kshatriya repairs, so it would put you back about $140, and then you got to buy one of the original Kshatriyas, which is going to put you at well, you're going to have a couple $100 by the time you're done to making Super Kshatriya. But you could do that if you really wanted to, if you really want to kit bash the guy, and then you could probably make a couple another Kshatriya as well on top of it. But you're only going to get 1 leg, I believe. I might be wrong, but you only get 2 of these. You only get one of the runners with this, and this is the old runner. And you don't need these inner binder parts anymore, but you are going to use these thrusters. These thrusters will actually go onto these old parts. So that's the big difference. Now you could put this on, but it would look stupid because you just have these big gaping holes there where the fin funnels will be. So instead of doing that, they're like, well, we don't want big gaping holes. We want the covers on. So that looks a little bit more professional. So thank you, Bandai, for doing that. They really, well, I mean, that's not a big deal. That's just a small new runner. They don't put a ton of money into making a new runner, but obviously they ain't going to redo all the runners. And Bandai really knows what they're doing when they do this. So there's that. Next bag here. Open this guy up. Like I said, I don't have these in any order. I looked at them. I kind of looked at some of the dates on them when I popped it open earlier, but I really didn't, because I was looking at kit bashing this guy from the get-go. I was like, ooh. I was looking at the runners and I was like, man, I could make this into a Super Kshatriya. I could buy, if I bought just the regular Kshatriya, I could actually put these on, the 2 on this guy, make another leg, because what I would do is I would keep the back thrusters. I think the thruster pods look really cool on it, and then just the 2 binders. And I would kind of have a regular leg, regular arm. And then on the binders, I would have these under there with funnels, and then I'd also have the extra missiles. So, but I'm not going to do that. I've decided against it. I want to just build this guy as he is for now, and we'll talk. We'll see later on what we might do. So, as you can see, you got some leg armor here with some foot armor, some large parts. This guy's got, and some arm armor. Okay, and this is a 2009. Now normally I think you would have, yes, you would have normally 2 of these, but they only give you 1, I believe. So you only need 1 for that leg. Okay, so we're going to take that, put it off the side. Now, this thing here, what are these guys? Oh, this is for the Gatling gun leg, I believe. This is a new sprue, 2014, right there. Gonna actually put them in the same bag. Okay, so now I get rid of some of these bags here. This is a big kit, folks. So I think it's worth the money. Like I said, you were getting master grade quality. I really believe. I mean, Bandai doesn't scrimp. The plastic quality doesn't change between a master grade and a high grade. It's not like they go to crappier parts. Now the only difference is you know with this you're going to get some ABS, a little bit, not a lot. They got a lot of the newer plastic and stuff, but you're going to get some ABS, a few little pieces here and there. And this is 2014. And this is the new leg parts. So as you can see there, you got that opening, the new leg inner frame parts for the repaired leg. You got a thing of polycaps. Now you're not going to use all these polycaps. You're going to use a few of them. As you saw in the manual, if you looked at the runners and which ones you don't have to use, most of this is marked out, but you do get a big thing of polycaps. The nice thing is with this polycap, this is 1996, folks. They've been using the same polycap since 1996. So if you ever have a polycap that fails, which you can have from time to time, I keep these polycaps And I kind of have a little box that has a drawer, and I just take these runners and I just kind of put it back. And then that way, if you get a polycap that fails, you can go back to your original one, and you can look at the marking, and you can go, ooh, a polycap 116. I can pull this out. I can go, yeah, it's this exact same one, and I can use the same polycap off it. So that's why I keep my manuals. I keep my old polycaps. I even keep old runners because you can always use the plastic off of them. So that's a little tip from me on model building. Okay, you got some more armor pieces here. Let's see, these shoulder armor pieces looks like, maybe. Chest pieces, yep. 2014, this is a new runner. Let's see here. It's an old runner. So it looks like in every single bag they're giving you a new runner and an old runner. And here you have some of the frame parts for the skirt, for the back skirt. Some of the inner frame parts looks like for the chest. Which is kind of cool when you get down to it. This guy actually has a lot of inner frame. You couldn't take all the armor off and he would just stand there as an inner frame. It's kind of, if you go back to like the mid 90s, the first master grades that they made, this is kind of how he is. He's more like one of the first master grades. And you only get one set of hands with this. They're like that. They do not move. They are big enough that they could have made movable hands, but price wise, they weren't going to remake this to get new hands. So they're like, we're going to give you the old Kshatriya hands from 2009, which is fine. I'm not that concerned about it. It's not like he only holds one weapon in his hands, folks. It's not like he's got 5 or 6 weapons, so you really don't need posable hands. It'd be cool, but it's not necessary. So now we got our one runner that isn't pretty much gray and green. And we also get our stickers. So here you go. This is your stickers. You got only like 14 stickers. 14 stickers on here. Okay. I mean, you get a bunch. I mean, you actually get a lot of stickers, but a lot of them are repeats. So you got stuff for your arms, stuff for your chest, stuff for some of the vent things, which I'm probably going to paint this stuff, so I'm not going to worry about this. And then you got these are for the actual tanks on here. So I'm probably not going to use these, but it's nice you got them anyways. You could use these and kind of spray over them, and they're pretty good stickers. You get some more effect parts. This is for the beam tomahawk. So, and this is a new one, I think, 2014, yeah, because this hadn't been used before. All the repair parts are going to be new, obviously. And then you get, let's see, which runner is this? Okay, yeah, there it is. This is your A runner. This is all repeat, 2009, as you can see there. And this is your multicolor one, so you get your few white parts there, other than your beam axe. The chest and arm pieces that are black, which you could actually just go and paint, which I think, because, so you got these pieces that have the white. So all you'd have to do is put some white over. What you'd have to do is paint these pieces with a little bit of white seaming and maybe some gold. Nope, just white. Sorry. Just white. Because they have you put this sticker on. So I'm not going to put these stickers on. I'm just going to go ahead and paint this. I'm going to paint all those little lines white and then be done with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. So a few vent pieces, a few little pieces here and there that are white on Kshatriya. Not a whole lot. You have some yellow parts. And then you have these pieces here for some of the tubing. Really cool. So like I said, not going to use the stickers for this build. It's more of a pain in the ass. Even if I was going to paint the whole kit, I'm just going to clear coat it, I will hand paint the white on. There's absolutely no sense of doing that. Or any of this black stickers. Seems silly to me, but they're gonna have to give you. They want to give you a sticker. Not everybody's gonna do that. Rid of those bags. So here's your tomahawk, minus the effect parts, and this is a 2000. This is a brand new runner. Let's see here. This is one 2009. You got some joints. You see there, a large hip joint. Large hip joint. And you get two of these guys. So some of these parts you're not going to use. You're not going to use both hip joint, or well, yeah, you'll use both hip joints. You're just not going to use both feet joint that you have here. And then of course you have some of the binder arms here, which you're only going to use two of them. So you're not going to use both these guys. Yep, they look pretty nice. Nice flexible plastic. Like Bandai is very good too. Now we start to get into some big. Well, actually, I'll wait for that to the end. I don't want to say the big guy for last. The one that really makes this Kshatriya Repaired. Yeah, you get a beam tomahawk for an arm, and you get this funky leg, but what really makes Kshatriya is the binders. That's he doesn't have shoulders. He has those binders, and those binders wrap around him when he shot out the thing. Kind of like, you remember in the F-91 movie, the LaFrasia, when the LaFrasia took off, had kind of this little folded up look to it. And then shot out and kind of expanded out. Well, it's the same thing with Kshatriya. Kshatriya is the same thing. So you get some more arm parts here, head parts. Another. This is upper arm. Then you get the knee part. I believe is that the knee or the. Well, whatever. More parts there. This is an old runner. Let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna cut that. Yeah, we're mostly done, but as you can see, this is going to be a 30-minute video, folks. Not a short video. Kshatriya is a big dude at 1/44 scale. He's the size of Master Grade. So you got chest piece. This is the rear skirt piece, which is pretty sizable for it. No, I mean it's not like the Nightingale skirt piece, but I mean it's big. It's a. There's your front crotch piece there. And I think this is an old one. This is, yep, 2009. It's an old one. Original sprue. Some more frame parts. Let's see here. This has got to be new. Yep, 2014. Because you have the arm. The main frame for the beam tomahawk. And you're going to have your white parts clip onto there, obviously. That part's going to always be like that. And you have some more torso pieces. Looks like. More armor. That's an old frame. More armor parts. Shoulder parts. You got your shoulders there. But you're going to need all those. You got some more head pieces there. Yep. And some leg pieces. Okay, so now we got this pile of runners, by the way. There's the pile of runners. See that? It's a mess, folks. I got a mess in my house right now from Kshatriya. I don't understand why Bandai does this. They use these soft plastic bags, and then they use the crumply plastic bags. I don't get it. I probably should use a better knife. I use this knife for cleaning up screws. And this doesn't do me justice for trying to cut open bags. So here we come to what makes this Kshatriya so different, so huge. And that's the fuel tanks. or the thrusters. These are the thruster pods down at the bottom. You got the fuel tanks at the top, and it's just absolutely massive. One of the pieces is actually fallen off because it is so huge for the runner. And then, of course, these are the new binders, which you have somewhere in here. Yep. So this is the new binder. The old binder, this was one solid piece. So this has to open up to make room. Where is it at? Where's it at? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the top section? Oh, duh, it's right on this runner. I am completely out of it today. So right, this piece is going to come off and is going to hinge into here via the inner frame. Oh, and that piece fell off. I knew that was going to happen. So this is going to actually snap on. Let me show you here. So this piece here is going to clip in to this piece here. And then this part here, I actually have a piece that clips in, and then this will actually hinge into here, and this will float up and down, and your missiles are going to actually attach right in there. So that's where the missiles go. This piece then is going to snap into here so it doesn't look hollow from your old ones. So that's going to be like so, I believe. Wait, no, I am completely, I'm a complete idiot. It's going to go like that. That won't even make sense. It's going to snap in like that. And you got your arm pieces, and this is the front of the piece for your arm piece. And then it's going to go over top, and it's going to swing open, and you're going to see this. This will be underneath, and this will be on the inside. So that's how the Kshatriya Repaired is going to work, folks. And like I said, these are big parts. Look at that. That is the size of a master grade part, folks. This is not a little dude. This guy is big. Even though he's only 22.3 meters tall. He's a little bit smaller than Sosby, which we're going to look at as far as mobile suit size wise. But he's a big dude. So that is the Kshatriya Repaired. And hopefully I'm going to get this thing built, and we're going to take a look at her, and as I get everything back into the box, we're going to kind of see what to look forward to with the Kshatriya. Now, I know a couple of people have done reviews on this guy. Not too many people have done this guy. I've seen a lot of people that have done the original Kshatriya. And the original Kshatriya doesn't have any problems. It's a really strong, good strong mobile suit as far as build wise is concerned. So this should be just as good. Now, from what I saw with Prime 92's video, the only problem is this is so big for a high grade that getting a base for this is just it's absurd. But because these action base 2s that we got, and let's see here, where did I put it? Oh, here they are. So because we got a couple of these action base 2s, I'm going to order a couple more. Now granted, I'm going to need 2 more because of my Bandai action base 2. So because I need a couple more of these for a couple more real grades, I'm going to buy 2 more, and I'm going to use 2 of these, put it together for one big base, and I'm going to use it for Kshatriya. I'm going to see how that works. So that's my plan. I wish he'd come with a base. He is so big, you're paying a lot of money. It would have been nice for them to throw in a base, even if it wasn't a regular anything fancy, even if it wasn't an actual action base. I mean, an action base is $6, right? They could have thrown in the action base like this that just had a wider base stance to it. So that's my opinion. But and again, I don't know how well received they thought this was going to be. Obviously, it's a hard to find kit. You're not going to find this everywhere. So if you can find it, I think it's well worth it. It's going to be a fun build. It's a high grade. I don't know if I, at this point in time, would want to tackle a master grade of this. As you're going to see in the next video with the Sazabi. Sazabi is quite large. This would probably be comparable to Sazabi's. In fact, let me see here. Oh, yes. Let me show you something, folks. Which you'll see in the next video. We have Sazabi right here. This is what else I got with it. So we have Sazabi right here. And we are going to zoom out. And there is Kshatriya, and he's a little bit thicker, folks. He is thicker. How big is he? You put two of these guys together, two Kshatriyas together, and they actually take up more space than Sazabi. In a high grade. Okay? This guy's a high grade. Look at that. Wow. That's a lot of high grade, isn't it? But that's what you get with Kshatriya. So, hopefully maybe someday we'll see a master grade of Kshatriya. And then in the next video, we're going to do an unboxing of this guy. So, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, put some comments in the comment section below. And then we will see you next week, or next time. It's not going to be next week, next couple days, for master grade Neo Zeon MSN04 Mobile Suit Sazabi version Gatoki. That's all for me. Skaggly Bones out.